So here we have some situations where we're actually given the volume and we're going to end up working backwards. We also have a rectangular pyramid as opposed to a square pyramid. That way we can show it. It's very similar, but we're going to change a handful of things. Let's start off here with the top left. Layla wants to build a wooden box with a volume of 594 centimeters cubed. Okay. She starts with a width of 9 centimeters, height of 11 centimeters. We're determining the length, okay? So that is what we don't know. Our volume, we know, is made up of base times height, which is essentially our length times our width times our height, okay? So I'm just going to plug each one of these values in where it belongs. 594 equals, I'm going to do the length at the end because I'm going to replace it with an x. So 11 times 9 times x. And all I'm going to do is solve for x here, okay? So I'm going to take 11 times 9, which is 99x, equals 594. And then I'm solving for x. I want to get x by itself, so I need to divide both sides by 99. 594 divided by 99 gives me 6. So the answer is 6 centimeters. Okay. Again, I have the volume, I have the width, I have the height. I just need to solve for the length. So I'm going to plug everything into the formula and then work backwards so that I can solve for x. A Mountain Dew holds, let's see, we've got volume 502.4 cm cubed. The height of the can is 10 centimeters. What is the radius? Excuse me, of the can. So the radius is my question mark. So the volume equals, again, base times height. The base formula is going to be pi r squared times my height, which is 10. So let's plug all this stuff in. Volume equals, and remember I'm going to place r with x. So let's go ahead and put that 10 up front. Because I'm multiplying, I can rearrange these in any order. 10 pi, and then instead of r squared, I'll do r squared. And then I'm going to actually erase that v, put 502.4, okay? And then we will use r squared. R is what I am solving for, so I need to get it by itself. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go on ahead and divide both sides by 10 pi. So 502.4 divided by 10, and then divide that by pi. I want you to be very careful, and I'm going to go on ahead and round that to 16. I'll talk about it here in a second. I do want you to be very careful. Notice if I go 502.4 divided by 10 pi, that is not going to give me the same answer. What that is essentially doing, 502.4 divided by 10 times pi, is what I did there because I didn't use my parentheses. If I want to use this type of a formula, okay, what I need to make sure I do first is put parentheses around, excuse me, I need to put parentheses around that 10 pi. That way, it works it all the way down and combines it, okay? The reason why I'm going to use 3.1, or round it to 16, if I go 10 times 3.14, and then I divide 50 2.4 divided by 31.4, that would give me 16. So I'm going to go ahead and round ahead of time. It is going to make this problem a little bit simpler, and you guys will see that here in a second. So 16 equals r squared. What do we know? That r squared, if I want to get r by itself, I need to take the square root to get rid of that square up in the top. And if I do something on one side, I have to do it to the other. The square root of 16 is way better than trying to find the square root of 15.99188868819. 4 equals my radius, and that's going to be just fine. My radius is 4 centimeters. Up here, find the length of the side of a cube whose volume is 857.375 inches cubed. Well, the length of a cube, the thing about a cube is all the sides are the same. So whatever our length, our width, and our height is, they are all the exact same. So all I need to do here, if 857.375 equals x times x times x, then that stands to reason that 857.375 is the same as x cubed. And the way I get rid of that is I cube root it. Okay? We have this function called a cubed root. Where do I find that? I go to second. I go to math. I go to math. That right there, number 4, is the cube root, 857.375. It would help if it put a decimal instead of a 2. So the cube root of 857.375, 9.5. Okay, not that crazy. Okay, we just have to know how to use our calculator there, and we have to understand that the definition of a cube means it's basically a square, a three-dimensional square. Okay, three-dimensional version of a square. Down here, the volume of a rectangular pyramid. So we have our height, which is 15. The area of our base is going to be 12 times 6. Nothing crazy here, okay? It's just a rectangular pyramid instead of a square pyramid, so I did want to show one. 72, our volume is going to be our area of our base, which is 72, times our height. So 72 times 15 equals 1080, and that is going to be feet cubed.